bare bones over there. Welcome in to the dirt track at Charlotte. We've got 20 cars set to do battle here. A random grid here, no qualifying. They just throw them out on the track.
Trevor got the pole and then got sent right to the back.
He had the pole and then he got the pole.
Wow. Trevor Trago was going to be your pole sitter for this one, but he will be starting in the back by virtue of being in the top 3 last week. So let's go ahead and run through our starting lineup before he gets into the back, just for fun. And yeah, here we go. Let's take a roll through this. The Goons number 33 of Trevor Trago would be your pole sitter on our Goons starting lineup grid. Bradley Wilson will roll off second in the Corvette. Ethan Evers, well, he'll move up to pole basically, but he'll grid as third. Brad Patton fourth. Thomas Green will start in that 5th spot. Blake Giglio will roll off 6th. He was double feature winner last week, always a tough one to beat. Jeremy Clapper Newell will slide in 7th. Hayden Lowell 8th. Justin Sipes, welcome in. He'll roll off in the 9th spot. Harry Grindell, his Kamikaze Motorsport Alpine, will roll off 10th. Ryan Files, Shenandoah Shine Car 11th. Ian Montrose, C2X Car in 12th. Kenny Frisbee, Goons Machine 13th. Cliff Mullins in the Curly's Guns and More Pontiac rolls off 14th. Lucas Weiswa in his Kachow 712 Brakes car starts 15th. Scott Elson, the Eagles Championship Toyota, starts in 16th. Quinn Newton, 712 Brakes Machine in 17th. Damon Nagel, the Mustang, in 18th. Nathan Lafayette, the Penguin car, rolls off 19th. And Austin Smith in the West Oak car rolls off 20th. 20 cars set to do battle here in Charlotte. Field all filed up behind the pace truck. Lights are out. The pace truck's about to make the move to the pit lane. Have to wait for the green flag on this first start. The rest of them are up to the field. Thanks, Goons, once again for our starting lineup. Waiting for the green. And there it is. Green flag is out. We are underway from Charlotte. 35 laps in the first feature. We've already got him stacking up in turn 1. Oh man, middle of the field getting kind of crazy, and Ian Montrose gets collected and piling in there. The big one at Charlotte. Oh my gosh, we got one up and over. Barrel rolling in the middle of the field. Can't tell who that was. Perhaps Thomas Green. It was Thomas. My goodness. The 13 car has deceased himself. Unalive. Let's see if we can back it up and find where the 13 car gets in trouble here. See Hayden up high and Clapper Newell down low. Clapper gets into the 13, shoves him up into the 56, then Clapper again hits the 13. And that is going to be Thomas Green going around up over on his roof. He'll have to take a tow. That car is junk and have to be dragged back to the pit lane upside down. So that one started us off early tonight. See several cars down there taking fast repairs as the 13 has to take a tow. He may go a lap down here. Brutal way to start the night for Thomas Green. Guys that started up at the front probably pretty thankful they started up towards the front. I'm here for my latest installment of drama, says Scott. Hey Smokey, hey Scott, welcome in guys. If you're ever in the YouTube, I can read your comments as well, so feel free to chat over there. I know I have it set to sub mode, but it's free to do over there. Helps us out tremendously. If you would please and thank you. Good to see you, everybody. Welcome in. We're actually even over on TikTok tonight, trying it out, just to see if we can get any traction going. Spread the word about Sidewinder. Check us out at discord.gg/Sidewinder. Twitch decided today is the day to give you back-to-back ads. Oh no. Curse that Twitch. You just got clapped. Yeah, they did. Alright, single file for the restart here since we didn't get a lap in. Ethan Evers going to get the jump. Brad Wilson, Brad Patton, Clapper Newell, and Hayden Lowell all doing battle here. Ethan all the way up to the wall. It's going to allow Brad Wilson to go after the lead here. Ethan still running that wall. Inside lane's going to prevail. Brad Wilson and Brad Patton. The Brad and Brad show up at the front. And here comes Justin Sipes. 55 machine slides right on in there. Black, orange, and a white car. Gets up to the 3rd spot. Clapper Newell 4, 3 wide with Hayden Lowell, and I believe it's the 81, but we have caution once again, and I believe it may have been Ethan Evers. Ethan has ended up in the pit lane. See, he's riding the wall, trying to stay out of the way. See what happens to our 8 car. Gets through the corner. Hey, Neo, welcome in. Oh, Clapper Newell gets him another one. The right rear of Clapper Newell smacks the 8 car into the outside wall, loses a tire and everything. Wheels coming off our pole sitter, the 8. And oh my goodness.
Hold on.
Every time,
Yep, you're still good.
every time Clapper claps someone, we get the.
Thank you.
You just got clapped in chat.
No problem.
Scott's done one. Adam's done one.
Are there waves or no waves?
No waves because caution or laps do not count. So
Caution
it
laps
really
don't
wouldn't
count.
matter.
So if you pass Space Truck under caution, try to get a lap back. It doesn't do anything.
Clap your hand.
Oh, Blake throwing some shade.
Can I get a black clear for the pit exit thingy?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I just need
I
to clear
think clapping time everyone was miking out.
it.
Make those cheeks clap.
Oh no. It's a whole different kind of getting clapped.
This is a family stream.
Who's streaming?
The broadcast.
Damon.
Alright, boys, stop wrecking.
I don't wanna.
All right, so Brad and Brad at the front of the field, 51 and 7.
Jerkmate yet?
We've completed 3 laps officially when we hit the green. We're doing good so far. Green flag back out of the air. Brad Wilson, Brad Patton. Going to be the first 2 across the line. Clapper duel up on the high side. Fortunately, no one's on his outside, so Ian Montrose is getting turned. He got it straightened back out. But he lost several spots. Clapper duel up at the top here. I have a feeling we just watch him. Nope, then more contact.
All right,
Bangs it off the
I know you
56.
said earlier, but I mean, I'm slamming the brakes and they're not going. We almost got left in here.
Something about Blake Giglio. Oh, 4 wide. Gets into Sipes. Then the 81 gets into Clapper. Turns them around. Clapper duel is going to bring out our 3rd caution after contact with the 81.
Are there, man?
I don't know if we can blame Clapper on this one.
Did
Let's
we
find
get
out.
that cleared or no?
Now let the ice fall by.
Looks like maybe the 81 pushes up into Clapper. Take another look at it here.
Oh, I got a face full of the Eagles. Oh no, I have to pass it.
A little punt right there, and then another punt. Double punt.
I was enjoying that while I could.
Is there net code off the 56, or what happens down here at the bottom?
Can we make sure this is the restart it's supposed to be?
There we go. 56 sliding in there. Yeah,
wrecking?
there's going to be net code right
Probably
there.
not.
Shoves them up into the 99. So I guess that one's on a little bit of net code, a little bit of Hayden.
I mean, I hope
99
they
is an
are.
asshat.
I would
Avid,
want
you're
them
over on the YouTubes. Good to see you, my friend. My chat's working.
Uh.
My integrated chat is working for once, so I can read all your comments, Avid, easier than I used to. I'm excited.
You ain't getting it from me.
So excited. Clapper, not the cause of that one. Congratulations, Clapper. You did not cause this caution. Only the first 2. Amazing.
I got it now.
Charlotte producing some, well, we'll call it demo derby on dirt action, more so than a race at this point. A lot of cars getting torn up, knocked over, beaten up. Got 2 cars that are off the lead lap, Thomas Green and Ethan Evers.
Basically, I could start all the way on the bottom if I'm still in line.
That is true. Just can't pass anybody. The reason you go to the top so nobody passes you on the outside. Oh, a little bit of a check up there. The 81 gets in the back of the 56. The 2 Brads get away. Sipes got really low there. Had to check up to avoid the tire. Allows Hayden back to the inside of the battle for 3rd. Ryan File right there as well, as this 3rd place battle's been good most of this race, and we've been green. Oh, a little bit of fender banging. Door to door. Wow, who's that? Kitty Frisbee slided in there in the 11. Goes all the way up to the wall. Keeps off of it, though. Back to the Hayden battle with Ryan File. That's going great. Thank you. I think that's Cliff Mullins making his way up into 6th. Cliff, not normally known for dirt racing. Kenny Frisbee gets in the back of him, knocks him sideways, but gives him room to collect it. Nicely done there by both drivers to keep that from being a caution. Hayden falling back to 5th as File and Sipes have gotten by. The 2 Brads out in the front, Brad Wilson, Brad Patton. Starting to get a battle for the lead here. Brad Patton going to dive it to the inside of Brad Wilson. See if we get a nice slide job and crossover. Patton to the lead, gets out in front of Wilson. Wilson wasn't immediately able to do the crossover, but here it comes. He's not going to get it there, has to check up. And Brad Patton's going to get away. He'll have to run him back down. 3rd place is Sipes. Ryan File in 4th spot. Hayden Lowell, the top 5. Then Kenny Frisbee battling Cliff Mullins for 6th. 11 and 37, already made contact once. Right behind him, Harry Grindell. I can't tell who that chrome car. I think that might be the Damon Nagel machine. Very metallic 86 car. Blake Giglio started in the rear all the way up to 9th. He's stuck in the middle, trying to find some room. Not a lot for him here at the moment. Dalton Hayes says that brings Clapper's caution counter up to 20, and it's only week 3 this season. I wonder if we could get a Martin Sports Clapper Duel caution counter. Oh, Blake Giglio may have just tagged the tire on the inside lane. Fortunately didn't damage the car, but it did shoot him straight up the track. Still hangs on to the 8th spot, and he'll regroup, go at it again. Still a 1.3 second gap up at the front. Ryan File putting the pressure on Sipes. The Sipes was run down Brad Wilson for 2nd. Starting to get a battle for that P2 spot. Brad Wilson seems that Corvette not really handling the track right now. 15 laps in, 20 to go. Down to the inside goes Sipes. He's going to slide up into Brad Wilson, make contact. Wilson's going to have to hang on to the race car. That was a little dirty. But Brad able to hang on to it. Now he's got teammate Ryan File right up his back end. Ryan in the purple 81. Wilson in that teal and black 51. Same paint scheme, just different colors. Oh, Kenny Frisbee just slid up right in front of Hayden. Hayden had to check up. Hayden was kind of nice about it, but now he's going to give a slider right back to Kenny. Kenny's going to get in the back of him, then bounces off of Harry Goodell. Kenny's in the outside wall. He's turned around, and that'll be our caution as he's stopped on the racetrack. And that unfolded between Kenny and Hayden. Kenny backs it down the track. Let's go back and see what happened to the 11 with the 56 coming up the track.
Talk about door bumper clear.
Here comes the 11 up in front of the 56. Hayden gives him a shot right in the back. And then Hayden throws the slider right back at him. Kenny gives him a shot in the back. That gets him down into Harry Grindell, though. And Grindell,
We're moving, Harry.
that contact puts the 11 into the wall.
Yeah, we're going somewhere.
Kenny Frisbee.
Man,
to
how
the
many
pit lane.
times did the wall claim someone tonight? Like 4, 5?
Almost as many times as you brought out a caution.
That one wasn't really the wall's fault.
Let the chat decide who was at fault there. Between the 56, the 11, and the
I actually
70.
just got off the phone with the right front manufacturers at the pretzel factory. They said they're going to try to reinforce the pretzel with some chocolate.
Chocolate covered
Oh, what
pretzel
the hell is this
reinforcement.
shit?
Interesting.
Yeah! I was just starting to make moves, too. Now I'm going to get wrecked.
I'm not trying to stay top for like the past 20 seconds, sorry.
All right, we made enough laps that we're going double file. Leader gets lane choice and has chosen the top.
Should have did double fires for back-to-back caution.
Field rolls 2x2, so we finally get another double file start. Got enough green flag laps in there. And there goes the 7. Back on the accelerator. Green flag back out at Charlotte. Gets the gap on Justin Sipes and Ryan File. Here comes Brad Wilson throwing it to the inside in that 51. He's going to slide it up and see what kind of traction he can get off the corner. Not a lot as Harry Grindell gets to his outside. Ryan File battling for 2nd. It's the 55 of Sipes to his inside as Brad Patton tries to get away again. The Sipes tries to throw a slider, gets into the 81. Ryan File puts him in the wall. Justin Sipes not making a friend there. Nails the 81 into the outside wall. Harry Grindell closing it on Sipes, gets to his inside. Harry throws it sideways. In the 51 of Wilson gets into Harry Grindell. Harry smacks the outside wall hard. And that may be the night for the 70. That car is heavily damaged on the nose. I don't think it's going to roll very good. And yeah, that Harry can't do much of anything out in the outside wall. We'll see if he keeps it green or brings out the caution. Caution it is.
My car's toast. Y'all are going to blow by me.
Cliff Mullins onto the pit lane as well. What happened to Cliff?
That's a bit.
He got damaged towards the back of the field. Oh, he got into the wall too, and once again the wall claims another car.
I didn't realize either until I went into turn 3. I was like, oh, it's not turning.
That is the end of Harry's run.
A general rule is if you touch the right front to the wall, it's broken.
Pretty much.
The severity
Hey,
of
Ali.
the contact
Welcome
does
in.
not
Good to see
matter.
you.
Just if right front touch wall, then broken.
Welcome in, Allie. Rooting for the 37 who we just saw on the pit lane.
To be fair, might
Oops.
have already been broken from the car in front of me, slamming the wall.
I'll have to give him hell in the next race, Allie.
Kenny, do I have a spoiler?
Nope.
That's what I thought. Like,
Someone lost a spoiler.
Gone and your quarter pin on the right side's all bent up.
We can figure out who lost the spoiler.
Top.
bottom,
Middle.
top.
It is the 13.
Middle.
It's on a screen that has no spoiler.
Great. Apron.
Apron. There's no apron here.
Somebody's on the tire.
Blake tried the tire earlier. It didn't go
Grandstand.
good. Blake up to the 5th spot, by the way. He's not done yet. Hard track to pass on.
on that last restart clip.
He's made his way to 5th. Teammate Lucas Weissman now in 6th.
Ethan, you need to be in front of me.
Yeah, black clear.
Double
Fine, I'll
foul
let you
restart
drive
once
me.
again.
I'm not fighting for anything.
Dude,
Waiting.
I'm not this skinny.
Someone was pushing Clapper against the wall up there. Patton gets the big jump, checking in on Sipes. He hangs on to second. Here comes Wilson, trying to throw it in there. Hayden, ooh, very close quarters with the 51 and the 56. Wilson, look at him, keeping it right by those tires through the center of the corner. Really good job. Outside line gets the momentum, but I'm actually really impressed with that 51 Corvette and the ability it has to stay down low. Outside line seems to be preferred for the speed. Blake Giglio trying to make progress, but he is all up behind the 51 of Wilson. Can't really make any progress when the cars are running side by side. He's going to try the middle here. Gets up in front of teammate Lucas Hoisman. Wilson's going to get up to the wall. Here comes Hoisman to the bottom. He's going to try to get Wilson down low. Giglio's going to try to go through the middle. They're going to go 4 wide off the corner. Oh my goodness. They made it work, and I think only Hayden died. Hayden he didn't even completely die. He's battling it, but gets a tag from Clapper. Hayden's still alive. Doesn't have a spoiler, but he's still alive. Brad Patton still leads. Sipes second. Bradley Wilson, Blake Giglio. Blake's made his way to 4th, working on Brad Wilson for that spot. Blake, the former pro dirt license holder, cuts it back to the inside on the 51 of Wilson. He'll absolutely send it into the corner and then try to get enough traction to hold off Wilson, and does so. Great move by Blake Giglio, taking away that 3rd spot from Brad Wilson. Now, Lucas will try to have to figure that out. Hayden has been spun around.
You've no spoiler. You were wobbling all over the place.
Those are
it's
teammates.
never Hayden's fault. Calm down.
Teammates blaming one another there.
Trevor, not involved. Be quiet.
Hayden making more friends tonight, as always, like Hayden
I was trying to
does.
figure out what fucking backmark of talking in turn 2.
Wilson, Hoitzman, Nagel, 4th, 5th, and 6th on your screen there. Good battle. Also, meanwhile, Blake Giglio battling Justin Sipes. Sipes has been on a bit of a no prisoners mission to get to the front. Blake with the absolute extreme slider. Looks like Sipes was ready for it. Throttles it up on the inside, then puts Blake up into the outside wall. And once again, another car breaks on the outside wall, and that'll be a caution. There it is. Blake Giglio's car.
Wing just fell off.
Blake's car broken with that contact with Sipes. 55, I think it's his
Come
second
on,
or third
Hayden,
car
come on.
he's had that issue with tonight.
Yeah, I was kind of stuck in a bad spot there. Car low, car in the wall. So,
I think Quinn bounced off his teammate, lost his rear spoiler.
Come by.
Yeah,
It's
88,
telling me to
gold
let the
88,
pace car by.
no back end.
Single file restart for the last one left.
We're inside the final 10, this will be a single file, as you heard there.
I'll take the top.
Everybody got jokes tonight.
I'll start on the bottom.
Brad Patton is your leader in the 7, won at Goons Machine. Second place, Justin Sipes in that 55. Brad
Going
Wilson,
off,
Shenandoah Shine Car in 3rd. Lucas Hoisma 4th. Damon Nagel in 5th. And Trevor Chago, Ryan File, Clapper Newell still in the top 10. Harry Grindell, he's been all over the place. And Nathan Lafayette up to 10th. We have 12 cars still in the lead lap. Make that 11 as Giglio goes a lap down.
Line, Foreman? Hell yeah.
Pace truck
I
is
gotta
off.
hit the 35 by.
Field single file. Waiting for the restart as they roll
Hell
into
yeah,
turn
go
3.
Birds.
The Eagles car out there for Scott Elston.
Stay where you are, Hayden, and we'll clear it.
There goes the 7. Brad Patton getting a huge jump over Justin Sipes. Brad Wilson, he's going straight to the bottom. Lucas Hoyce was down there with them. David Nagel through the middle. Trevor Trago inside. Ryan File outside. Quite a lot of cars here battling.
Get it. You got a small dick in.
Back part of the top 5. And Kenny Frisbee not happy. He is,
Somebody was outside, dude. Jesus.
Check up for somebody outside. You drove through me on corner Aintree, buddy. A good one.
Did I look like I wanted to go right? I
and
don't
this is why drivers don't usually talk to one another during a race in real life.
Small finger for a small dick individual. I get it, man. Happens the last 2 seasons.
It would be all of this and nothing
Calm
else.
down,
Hate is so strong tonight, Casey. What's up, my friend? Welcome in. Good to see you.
I'll give you a tip, though. Try to learn how to wreck people without wrecking yourself. It
Oh.
works a lot better.
#1 rule of stock car racing.
Kenny, please calm down.
David Nagel in 4 trying to hold off this back.
Wall be right there.
81 Ryan File bouncing off the fence. Wilson was in the fence. Wilson from 3rd drifting back into this battle as we get the white flag in the air. Brad Patton going into turn number 3. He's ahead of all this nonsense.
That thing's so broken.
Off at turn number 4, it is going to be Patton winning race number 1. Justin Sipes, Brad Wilson, Damon Nagel, Trevor Trago, your top 5. Ryan File brings it home 6. Lucas Hoyce with 7th. Clapper Newell 8. Harry Grindell 9th. Nathan Lafayette picks up the top 10. Quinn Newton gets 11th. Kenny Frisbee 12th. Hayden Lowell 13th. So Patton, Sipes, and Wilson to the waiting room, please and thank you. Patton, Wilson, and Sipes. Try to remember because this leaderboard disappears really fast.
Top to the waiting room for your interviews. The rest of us have 5 minutes to practice.
Brad, DG, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, sir, we pulled off the win there in feature number 1. A whole lot of jawing behind you. For a while, it was the Brad and Brad show. You and Bradley were up at the front having a good time first half of that race, but then the long green flag run, you kind of left them in your dirt. How was it out there, and what do you got planned for feature 2 coming from the back?
I'm just going to try to pass as many cars as possible. It's definitely gettable. Coming from the back, you just got to pick your time, know which slider to run there. The track should widen out a little bit, so you can have multiple lanes, and you're just going to have to learn how to power through the slick. That's pretty much what it's going to come down to.
10-4. Congrats on your win in feature number 1. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs tonight for us?
We'll do it after the race when I make podium.
This was the race.
The next race.
You get points for this one. It counts as a win. This is the real race.
I'm going to do one of Goons. Got to thank you for broadcasting. Got to thank SRL for this badass league that we have going on here. Got to thank all of our sponsors that are with the Wanna Goons organization, and thank anybody that's watching.
And 4, we appreciate you, and good luck in feature 2.
Thanks, buddy.
Brad Patton. I guess you didn't realize that was an actual race. Let's go and try to remember who finished second, because I've already forgotten. Hopefully they're in the waiting room. They are. Good. That's helpful. Justin, DG, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we got the P2 there. The right rear made a few friends out there that I don't know if you're going to have to watch out for that in feature number 2 or not, but it was definitely tough to pass out there, it seemed like, unless you made a little contact. What do you got planned here to come from the back?
We're just going to try and pass as many as we can. I think that's the name of the game. But, I mean, when it's hard to pass like that, you got to throw what you can. And it was getting thrown on me, so I was throwing it back. But I just don't complain in the middle of it. So it is what it is. I had a good time, so.
There you go. All right, man.
Excited to see what it's like to drive without wheel damage for a little bit.
Be nice, won't it?
Yep, just for a minute.
Congrats on that P2 in the first race. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us?
Nah, not tonight.
All right, man. Not tonight. We'll do it another night. Good luck in feature 2.
Appreciate you, man. Thanks.
Justin Sipes. And let's bring in our Brad Wilson, third place finisher in feature number 2. Brad, kind of everything goes out there tonight, it feels like. How was it?
For once, I had fun at this track.
Well, there you
and
go.
in this car. It's been a struggle trying to learn this thing, but it was just nice to have a good finish for once.
Well, there you go. We're used to you doing really good in sprint cars, doing okay in street stocks, and you, I don't know, seem kind of out to lunch here in these things at first, and I can't say nothing. I can't complete a lap of these damn things, so I'm impressed that you've been able to take to it so quickly and get up into the podium finishes.
Yeah, it's definitely surprised me just how hard it is to learn this thing. Props to everyone that are really good at these things, because they're a lot harder than it looks.
Way harder than it looks. All right, man. Congrats on the strong run in feature number 1. Hopefully we can see you come from the back to make it back to the podium in feature 2. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for us?
Shannon to Shine, Slow Visions, Moon Car, K Designs, you for putting us on, everyone for showing up, racing. Brad Patton, I nearly threw a slider that ended both of our races, but I backed out of it last second because I didn't want to hit him. And of course the crew chief Ryan for kind of giving me some insight and teaching me a little bit on the fly there.
Paying for, who are you picking to win the sidecar Daytona 500 this weekend?
You know, it's hard to rule Blake Giglio out really anywhere. So probably him.
That'll suit me. He's in my car. All right, man. Get on out of here. Good luck in feature number 3. Or feature number 3. We got 3 of them apparently. Feature number 2, and we see how you do today.
Great, thank you, sir.
Brad Wilson brought it home 3rd in feature number 1. We got about 38 seconds left in feature warm-up here. Here's Brad Wilson out on the track in the 51. The final 30 seconds of warm-up take off, and we get ready for feature number 2. Who you guys picking in feature 2? You know it's going to be an invert of the field, so I think the 13 should be up towards the front. Oh no, he got it running again. Anybody that was knocked out in the last race will be up at the front this race. Could be quite interesting. As we invert all 20 spots. Last place finisher goes to the lead. Here we go. We're going to add 10 laps. It'll be a 45 lap feature. And your pole sitter, once it goes through, shall be, like a drum roll, wait for it to get itself sorted, Austin Smith. In the 22, Ethan Evers will start second. So we'll let the field grid up here. Get ourselves ready to go. They got like a minute to grid, so shouldn't be too long before we get everybody out there. We can run through our starting lineup. We'll watch them all push the cars out to the track. Still waiting on pole sitter Austin Smith. If he doesn't grid up, it'll be Ian Montrose moving to the front of the grid. We'll see on the 22. Brad Patton, our winner, hasn't gridded yet, nor has Blake Giglio. So 3 cars still waiting to get on track. There is Blake popping in. I don't know if we're getting Austin Smith here. Doesn't look like we are. All right. I guess it'll move Ethan Evers up to the pole sitter. The number 8 car. Starting second will be Ian Montrose in the 1. Scott Elston in the 35 Eagles Camry rolls off in the 4 spot. Blake Giglio, the M9 Chevrolet, starts in 5th. Cliff Mullins, Curly's Guns and More Pontiac starts in 6th. Thomas Green, Simrack Market car starts in 7th. Hayden Lull, the Napa car, in 8th. Kenny Frizzy's Wanted Goons 11 in 9th. Quinn Newton, the 712 Brakes 88 Gold Machine, starts 10th. Nathan Lafayette in the 00 starts 11th. Harry Grindell, the number 70 Alpine, starts 12th. Clapper Newell in the Icon car, he started top 3 wrecks that last time. That was very entertaining. Lucas Hoytsman, the 712 Brakes. He's got the cool little face on this car. Rolls off 14th. Ryan File in a Shenandoah Shine car 15th. Trevor Trigo, Wanted Goons 33 in 16th. Damon Nagel, his Mustang starts in 17th. Brad Wilson in the Shenandoah Shine Corvette in 18th. Justin Sipes, P2 last race, starts 19th. And Brad Patton, Wanted Goons winner last race, starts dead last as a result of his win in race 1. Field rolls double file. Getting set for the start. Remember, the start has to go on green, so the drivers have to wait for that green flag. 19 cars will be rolling in this one, as our pole sitter Austin Smith did not grid. That car 2 damage to continue. Waiting for the green flag. And there it is. We are underway in feature number 2, and right away, Ian Montrose jumping to the inside, passing passing himself, sure. Passing Ethan Evers, gets out to the lead. Blake Giglio was back towards the back of the pack after his car was broken, so he is going to take advantage and get to the front of the field. Kenny Frisbee trying to follow him through in the number 11. He's running the top side as they go 3 wide with Thomas Green down the bottom. Ian Montrose in the middle. Kenny Frisbee up high. Off the corner. Kenny Frisbee has position, and, well, caution's out and Clapper Newell's involved. Can't make this stuff up. Clapper rolling through the middle. Gets to the outside, loses it into the 51. Spins it out and collects a piece of Trevor Trago in the process, but Clapper Newell losing that one on his own. Collecting the 33 of Trago, and then Clapper Newell brings out caution number 1 and feature number 2. The Clapper counter, increase it by 1. We should totally put a counter on the Clapper command. Be great over the Twitch chat. So Blake, taking advantage of being up towards the front of the field, gets all the way out front. And he's going to be hard man to pass now that he's up there. Kenny Frisbee has followed him through to second. Ian Montrose now settles in third. Thomas Green in fourth, and Lafayette in the top 5. Then Cliff Mullins, Ethan Evers, Ryan File, Scott Elston, Quinn Newton. We completed technically 1 lap. That'll be 2 when we go green. Jeremy Clapper Newell back to the back of the field. Justin Sipes is on the pit lane. Has a little left side damage to that car. Did not see him get crashed. So let's try to figure out how he ends up here. Or why he ends up here. Rolling into the pit lane. Oh, he's got a broken right front. See it wobble in there. How did Sipes get that damage? See him hit the tire there. I wonder if he was already damaged when he hit there. Or maybe it was that contact there with the 86. Yeah. So their contact with the 86 of Damon Nagel gets the 55 in trouble. And that's how Sipes ends up there. As we get ready for our restart. Blake gets us launched. Kenny Frisbee on the inside, going to battle the 13. Kenny throws it in there. Trying to get up ahead of the 13 to Thomas Green. Thomas now to the bottom, going to try to put the slider on Frisbee. Oh, Ian Montrose sliding that number 1 car. Almost got into Kenny. Those two already had beef in the last race. I'm sure more contact can only make that go better. Montrose to the 4 spot. Ryan Files going to throw it to the inside and try to move up around the 1. So he brings that purple, white, and black shine car up the 4th, passing Montrose. Cliff Mullins battling teammate Nathan Lafayette for the 6th position. There's Quinn Newton coming into view, the low drag 88 car. Cliff right out by the wall. Quinn almost gets into him. Oh my goodness, that was close. Ryan File now up by the wall. 81 car. Somebody was dropping through the middle. Looked like Thomas Green in the 13. What happened to Thomas? Let's take a quick look at the replay. Oh, contact from Kenny Frisbee gets Thomas all kinds of sideways. Then Kenny straightens him back out. Thomas only going to lose a couple spots. Fortunately, the car not too hurt. Let's fall back into this mess, though. Brad Patton won last race. He's up to 9th already. Coming from the back of the field, 6 laps in. He's already halfway through. Gets Quinn Newton and Ian Montrose right there as they get together. My goodness, it is a war through the middle of this field. Harry Grindell battling Cliff Mullins. That is for 5th. Cars start to drop back through the field. Justin Sipes still sitting on the pit lane. His car may be done. Ian Montrose, Thomas Green also having issues. Ethan Evers started up towards the front. He's made his way back to 18th. There's Blake all by himself. 1.6 second lead over Ryan File. Then Kenny Frisbee, Nathan Lafayette, Cliff Mullins, Brad Patton, your top 6. Then Harry Grindell, Brad Wilson, Lucas Hoytsman in the middle of this mess. Hayden Lowell's down there. Trevor Trago in the 33, Damon Nagel in the 86. This radio chatter is ...
Hey, that's my fault.
Apparently somebody's fault.
You just show the all that forward to show you're sorry.
That was my bad, Harry.
And he's falling to 10th. Cliff gets way out of shape. Hayden hits the tire, loses the left front off the car. Slides it up the track in front of, I think that was Damon Nagel. Hayden just throws it in there, slams it in the Harry, hits Harry again.
Kenny, what was that line?
Someone's in the wall there. Couldn't tell if it was Lucas. It is Lucas. Lucas is going to bring out our second caution as he gets turned to the wall. Quinn Newton's also in the wall. This has become warfare, not a race. Newton's lost the front tire.
Love to see it.
What happened to Quinn? Did he catch Lucas coming around the corner? Yeah, he did. He caught his teammate again. Lucas up against the fence. Quinn Newton bounces off of him, loses the right front.
Trying to see what happened.
And that car is going to need a...
Freaking walled me, man.
My bad, Lucas. Didn't mean to do that. All I know is I was 3 wide and I was trying to hold the line right there and I couldn't tell. I got hit on the inside too. Yeah, sorry about that, Chris.
Hayden hit a tire. Hayden hit...
Shut the fuck up.
Wow.
My bad, Scott.
Hayden apologizing to everybody. Nobody liking it. Hayden just throws it in there on Harry. Just slams into him multiple times. Sends Cliff up into Lucas. Watch it one more time from
Yeah, that's my fault. Sorry about that.
37 car.
Oh, you're good.
See Cliff running through the middle by
I
himself.
feel that, Blake.
What'd you say?
Here comes everybody else. Gets into
I
Wilson.
feel that, what you,
Lucas is on the outside. There's Harry. Nobody touches Cliff. Cliff just goes up into
It was
Lucas.
bad. Like, it did not look great.
There you go.
Hey, Scott, I got the actually closed pit exit.
Drivers should be very chatty tonight. The amount of salt is insane. That is correct.
Quinn, I'm gonna be
I would agree with that.
Be following me, okay? Okay.
Green flag back out on the air. Blake Giglio leads them. Brad Patton all the way up to second after winning feature number 1. That's crazy. Ryan File battling there for that spot. Cliff Mullins in 4th. Brad Wilson battling Lafayette and the 33 of Trago. Behind him 3 wide. Harry Grindell, Clapper Newell, and Damon Nagel. That's a scary 3 wide. Brad Patton on the high line. Ryan File trying to throw it to the inside and take second. Meanwhile, you got Cliff Mullins, Brad Wilson, Nathan Lafayette, and, well, this Hornet's nest. They're all over each other back here.
Brother.
Oh, someone's in the wall. There's that Ryan File in the 81 dropping down the order.
Oh, sorry about that.
Tire rolling down the straightaway.
And multi beat.
I guess the end for that machine. Nathan Lafayette bouncing off of Damon Nagel. Did Cliff say sorry about that to somebody? We'll have to see who he got into.
Maybe we need to do some real qualifying for this series, man.
The whole point is to make you drive through the other cars. Why would you qualify? If we do real qualifying, we would just send the fast guys to the back. There's Wilson in the wall. Ryan File still out there with a broken car. He gets right in the middle of the field. No, he's been to the pit lane and got it fixed. He just came out right in front of Trevor Trago. That car 2 laps down, running still in 15th. Kenny Frisbee seems to be out of the race, as is Thomas Green, Ian Montrose, and Justin Sipes. 26 laps to go. Brad Wilson. Blake Giglio out in front. Brad Patton second. Cliff Mullins third. Trevor Trago fourth. Henry? I made up a new name. Harry Grindell in fifth. Damon Nagel 6th. Brad Wilson is 7th. Nathan Lafayette, Quinn Newton, Lucas Hoitzmer top 10. Lucas, after having to take a fast repair, as did Quinn. They're back up in the top 10. Brad Wilson bounced it off the fence again in the Corvette. It's Trevor Trago right in front of him. Damon Nagel, Trevor Trago, Brad Wilson's group here. The closest group we have on the timing sheets, and it is a war.
Crazy Cliff is he wrecked me and I take my fast repair and I can probably unlet myself off you.
Wow.
Who gives a fuck?
I felt that one in my soul. was great. Blake's still out in front of Brad Patton. Brad less than a second back, but starting to lose ground. Cliff Mullins running a distant third. Then has Harry Grindell, Damon Nagel. There's Brad Wilson, Quinn Newton, Nathan Lafayette, and Lucas Heusel. Trevor Trago's bouncing it off the fence in the 33. He's lost his rear spoiler. He has fallen down the order. Last car in the lead lap now. Hayden Law 1 lap down in the 56. And Ryan File 2 laps down in the 81. The last car is still running. Brad Patton trying to put pressure on Blake here. He's lost the right front coming through the field, but he is still in contention. So now it's down to 7/10 between the two. Corner entry here, Brad gave up a ton, but we'll see if he gains it on exit. Gets it back down to 7/10. Top two blast away from the field. Harry Grindell's taking over the third spot from Cliff Mullins. Cliff's about to lose it to Nagel for the fourth spot. And Brad Wilson going to try to follow through in the 51, drop him all the way outside the top 5. Kenny, who didn't own their mistake? And tell me you're still mad at Ian from Feature 1. Nagel, Mullins, Wilson, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Brad Patton still about 7/10 off our leader. Keeping tabs on that as well for you. 15 laps to go. 2/3 complete here in this one. Brad Wilson bouncing it off the fence. Lucas Heusman also is on the fence. See if those cars are still racing. They are. That's good. That wall can break your car pretty quick. Oh, is he in both features? I didn't see the second one. We can watch the highlights after. Closest battle on track, Brad Wilson, Lucas Heusman, 51 and 97. Watching him run almost identical lines here. Lucas sitting right in the tire tracks. This time he's going to try to run a little bit lower in the 97. See if he can find a little bit different racing line to try and get past, or at least alongside, and make things interesting. Gets the nose in there briefly on the straightaway. Now Cliff Mullins is falling back to both of them. We got a 3-car battle. Like Lucas had to let Wilson get away a little bit there. He got up underneath of him, got a piece of him. Cliff's going to bounce it into the wall. Lucas is going to have to hard left turn as Mullins puts the orange 37 into the outside wall, and that's going to be a caution as that car broke the right front.
Not surprising.
Dude, go fuck yourself. I fucking can't stand your ass.
Wow. Finally get a new episode of Spit and Venom, and now we're out here spitting venom for real. Everybody just getting at it tonight. Blake and Brad, first and second. 8 cars left on the lead lap. Trying to roll through the field, but it wants to be silly with the pace vehicle because it doesn't count caution laps and everything gets all twisted. Blake is your leader. Brad Patton, Harry Grindell, Damon Nagel, Brad Wilson, Lucas Heusman, Nathan Lafayette, and Quinn Newton are your lead lap machines. Quinn's back in the pits though. Don't know what the 88's doing. Maybe he's going to try and get some fenders pulled out or something. I don't know. Don't have very long down there. Caution laps may not count, but we don't stay under caution very long. Are your race leaders? Light's still on the pace trucks. They have one more lap to try and get that 88 car fixed up, I guess. And I don't see him anymore, so he may have left this lobby.
Okie dokie.
That's true. We lost one of our lead lap cars, and we're down to 7.
Nope, I lied. They go back
in the last 10 laps.
With less than 10 to go.
Correct. That is correct.
We're just doing it to be smartasses.
16 and 7. Going to battle it out for the win here. Will be 8 laps to go when we get resumed. And Harry Gradell, David Nagel, Brad Wilson, and Lucas Weitzman, your lead lap cars. Here goes Blake getting the jump on Patton. Harry Gradell, Damon Nagel, almost the entire top 5 to the wall. You got Lucas running the bottom trying to find some traction. Wilson's going to cut inside Nagel, try to take the 4 spot here. Absolute send from the 51, has to check up for the 70. And that's going to allow Nagel back to the inside. Harry Grandel trying to take second from Brad Patton. Nothing doing this time by, but Nagel and Wilson still battle. Wilson's going to take that 4 spot. And here comes Lucas into the picture on the high line, the black and white 97. Blake out in front by 6/10 over Brad Patton. Harry Gandel rides third. Brad Wilson fourth, and David Nagel your top 5. Lucas is trying to break into that top 5 with just a handful of laps left. We cross the stripe now, 5 to go. We are about to wrap up this dirt race. Blake Giglio, Brad Patton, and Harry Gandel and Wilson. Wilson's in the wall. Lucas is going to run up on him. So is Nagel. Wilson's going to keep it on the walls. He's broken the right front, and we've lost the 51 car. Let's see if he makes it back to pit lane or brings out a caution. And there it is, 4th caution as Brad Wilson's car gets destroyed and cannot make it back to the pit lane with no right front tire on it. As we've seen so many cars do, just comes to a stop against the wall, takes the tow, and we end up under caution with a handful of laps to go. Not many cars left running. We started with 19 in feature 2. And 41 laps later, we've got about 6 cars still running. Blake Giglio, Brad Patton, Harry Gandel, Lucas Weiss, David Nagel, and Nathan Lafayette on the lead lap. There's other cars still running, but they are not on the lead lap. Those include the 99 of Clapper Newell, the 56 Hayden Lowell, the 8 of Ethan Evers, the 35 Scott Elston, 81 Ryan File, and 37 Cliff Mullins. None of those cars are on the lead lap, and I believe Trevor Trago is still out there. There he is. Trevor running 14th. It's been a spicy night out here on the dirt track. A lot of people very angry. A lot of other people not giving any fucks. Some people doing both. Very angry and not giving fucks, which doesn't really make sense, but it works. You're angry about some things and not giving F's about other things. Brad Patton has no right front fender. He gives no F's about that. Harry Condrell in 3rd. Lucas Hoytson, Damon Nagel, Nathan Lafayette. Shout out Nathan up in the top 6. 19 car dirt field. Good run for the Penguin. Getting set for the restart here, all single filed out. Field rolling to us down the backstretch. Into turn 3 they go. Could be our final restart. Green flag. Blake Giglio gets us launched. See what kind of battles we can get back in the field. Lucas getting close to Harry there on the entry of the corner. Brad Wilson able to get back out there on the lead lap, but I don't think we're going to get another yellow. Damon Nagel. Lucas Hoyson make contact. Damon Nagel absolutely hammers the 97. And Lucas going to ride the walls. I think his right front is cooked. And Lucas does not get to see the end of this one. The white flag is out though. Blake Giglio, his teammate, out in front. Brad Patton not close enough to put on a move in the 7. Blake's going to bring it off turn number 4. Pick up the win in feature 2. Brad Patton 2nd. Harry Grandel 3rd, Nathan Lafayette 4th, Damon Nagel and Hayden Lowell, then Clapper Newell, Ethan Evers.
Bad, Lucas, that's my fault.
Hayden, how could you?
So Damon Nagel gets into Lucas, puts him in the wall, and then apparently the joke is Hayden did it. Blame Hayden. So Blake Giglio is your winner. What a night. Brad Patton pulls up there with him. See if we can get a chat with our race winner. We don't want that one yet. We don't want that one yet. We want this one. Trevor Trago going up there. Give Brad a bump. Blake, DG, you got a copy?
Hold on.
Not a whole lot. Wild, spicy night out there, but for the feature 2, you were ahead of it all and stayed there. Kind of seemed to be the best game plan. Congrats on the win in feature 2. You got the, I don't know, thoughts on the night?
Yeah, I thought we kind of got a little screwed out of the first one. I think if we could have got a yellow in the first one, the track was coming into where I was making about 2/10 a lap. I think it was Brad that won the first one there. So I think if we got a yellow in the first one, we could have had another double feature win. We got into a little bit with Sipes right there. I threw a slider on him, and I just didn't have any room out of the corner. So one of those things. This one, I liked. My idea was, honestly, I had a good enough point lead where I could just start up front in this one and just chill. So that's what we did, and we drove away at the start, and we were the fastest car. So it was good to get the win here. At least we got one of them, and now we can go to Xfinity.
10-4. Good luck in Xfinity in Texas. You got the Friends Family sponsor shout-outs for us?
Yeah, you for broadcasting, CC Racing, Motor Geek Sports, Online Performance, Wanted Goons for sponsoring the series, Damon for putting everything on. Hopefully, Damon and Scott. Yeah, hopefully we can do good in Xfinity and get it on there.
Perfect. All right, man. Good luck in Texas. Blake Giglio getting the win. Let's move on to second place. Second place is going to be Mr. Brad Patton. Brad, DG, you got a copy?
I got a copy.
Well, that was a heck of a race. You didn't quite get back up there to Blake, but a first and a second for the night. That's still pretty good, pretty good. You got thoughts on the race overall? It's pretty wild out there.
Yeah, it was fun coming from the back of the field. The only problem that I had was my right front was a little broken. That whole second feature, because on the first couple laps I got into the back of, I think it was Bradley, trying to avoid a wreck or something. And it did something to the right front. So trying to get back up there, and once I got up to Blake, I was like, all right, well, I can throw a couple, but I don't want the wheel to fall off. So I just took it easy. It was fun. It's hard to find the right line trying to pass somebody that fast, somebody that's got experience at this. So walking out with the first feature and a second, it's a good points night. That's all I could really ask for.
10-4. Congrats on the strong runs tonight. You got the Friends Family sponsor shoutouts for both finishes.
FBS Heaven, Wanted Goons Racing, SRL, you for broadcasting, and the boys for racing pretty clean around me anyways. I know there was a lot of drama going on tonight, but when it was around me, everybody was pretty damn clean.
10-4. Well, congrats on being away from the dirtiness. Good luck in the next one next week.
Thanks, buddy.
Brad Patton in the 7. Let's track down Harry Grindell in the number 70. Harry, DG, you got a copy?
I've got you.
Well, what a wild night it was tonight. First feature didn't really go your way, but second one we were able to get the car up there to third spot and really have a clean, solid night after bouncing off of Hayden.
Well, I'm not sure if I'd call it clean and solid. There was a point there in the first part of the second race we were all banging around like it was Brisker. Good grief.
That's why I said after bouncing off Hayden.
That was the first race. Once we got into the second race, there was a point there, but it was once I was able to kind of clear away and get on my own and get into a rhythm that things cleaned up a bit. But yeah, that was absolutely hectic. It kind of went similar as last week. Things didn't really go my way. Race 1, race 2 wind up in the podium. So if this is going to become a habit, there's worse habits to have.
Yeah, I mean, if you know your first race is going to go bad, go out there, make a lap, and park it, and start on pole feature 2.
Well, I do enjoy driving in the chaos of it a bit too much to be doing that. I mean,
fair enough. I mean, you do have Kamikaze on the car. It makes sense.
Exactly. We've got to go out there and make a try of it at least. But yeah, I don't really know the words. It was just messy, and then as soon as I stopped being in the mess, we drove away into the podium. So that just kind of is what it is. It sucks what happened with Hayden. I looked at the replay. And yeah, he went up the track. I wasn't expecting him to come back down. But it just happened that as he came back down, my eyes went left because Ian had doored me half a lap beforehand. So I was looking there, half expecting him to cause the crash ahead. And then he comes down expecting me to be low and we hit. And he did not take that very well. But
no.
that is what it is. That kind of marked the the end of the messiness for me in a way, because as much as we were really getting into it and bouncing off each other at the start of the second feature, I didn't take any damage, so the luck turned on my side. And then once we got away into third, we just kind of held on to it. We got to the end there and we got those restarts, and I was just looking at Patton, just going, please just go fast. I wasn't going to try anything to pass him because I was more interested in holding on to a podium than I was trying to take anything for second. So I was just watching him going down to the bottom, just going, no, don't do that, just go fast. And just about held on to it at the end. And held on to a podium.
That's funny. Well, congrats on the podium finish here in Feature 2. You got the friends, family, sponsor shout-outs for that, P3?
Yes, Kamikaze Motorsport, Centered Hosting, Soyo, Gamerush Expo, Catgo Racing. This Alpine A290 has been pretty quick both last week and this week so far. It's incredibly funny to me that that's true because the lights on this thing are off of an electric French hatchback. That was the worst thing I could possibly think of to put on a dirt late model. And not only is it gloriously awful, it's fast. So I'm getting a kick out of that. And then obviously to yourself and to Wanted Goons for putting this thing on. And tensions run high here, but you know what? It's fun, it's chaotic, it's funny at times. I'm loving it so far.
It's great content.
Oh, I can imagine it's brilliant content.
Hey, man, congrats on your second podium, right? Second podium.
Yes, it is.
All right, well, congrats on that. A good start to the dirt season for you so far, and we'll see if that old electric French hatchback can keep it up next week. Good luck, man.
It's hoping.
Harry Grindell brings it home. P3. Let's look over our final results for our second feature and get on out of here and head on to Texas in a few moments once we get things cleared out we need to. Here we go. We had Blake Giglio get the win in Feature 2, Brad Patton second, Harry Grindell on the podium, Nathan Lafayette and Damon Nagel score top fives, and they were the only ones to finish on a lead lap. Chaotic race here in Feature number 2. Hayden Lull, Clapper Newell, Ethan Evers, Scott Elson, Lucas Hoysma on the second page. Lucas didn't even make it to the finish line, but still gets a top 10 out of it, so I guess the silver lining there. Then you have Brad Wilson, Ryan File, Cliff Mullins, Trevor Trago, Quinn Newton, Kenny Frisbee, Thomas Green, Ian Montrose, Justin Sipes, and Austin Smith. Austin didn't quite get out of here in Feature 2, but did run Feature 1, so he'll get points out of that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Absolute insanity. What a wild, crazy, just absolutely insane race that was. And well, we got a little bit more coming for you in Xfinity cars here in a couple of minutes. We're going to head on over to practice very shortly, but we'll in the YouTubes for the time being, and we'll be over on the Twitch hanging out during practice, and we'll open up the YouTube once again when we get back to Xfinity Racing. So if you guys want to come check that out over on the Twitch, it is twitch.tv/DG Swiss. Hope you guys can make it over. Thank you so much. Check out our Discord at discord.gg/Sidewinder. Be a part of our community, join our racing, and be part of the show. We'd love to have you. Thanks so much for being here. Have a great night. All right, we have ended the YouTube. We can get some music going and hang out on the Twitch and chill and relax.